I want to tell you about my experience with healthcare in this country, my personal experience with healthcare in this country. Some time ago, my then wife got sick. She had a urinary tract infection, and it's a very, very painful thing to go through if you're a woman. And she knew that's what it was, but she still wanted to go to the emergency room because she was in quite a bit of pain. So we head off to the emergency room at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Lots of people there, and so we wait a couple of hours. And I was informed by the medical staff that they were going to do a bacterial um, test, which is great because that's how they find out if you have a bacterial infection. And so we gave our permission to have that test done. And after that test was done, the doctor looked at her for a very short period of time, gave her a pill, which cost us $60, and told her to go home. And that was basically it. Well, we got the bill back from the hospital, and the bill was not itemized, and there was a copay that I had to pay. And I was kind of wondering, how did they come up with that particular figure? What did they do to come up with that particular figure? So I called the hospital, and I asked them this question. And they said, well, Mr. Dempsey, we'll be giving you an itemized bill in a couple of weeks. And sure enough, a couple of weeks go by, and the bill pops up in the mail. I take a look at the bill, and I find out that they have performed a pregnancy test on my then wife without our knowledge. Didn't even tell us. Kind of like scooped that one in for $168 that we had to pay, and the insurance paid part of it too. Well, I was absolutely outraged. Why would they do such a test? Never told us, never disclosed it, just secretly behind our backs did the test anyway. Well, I called the hospital up and I said, hey, look, I'm not going to pay for this. We didn't ask for this. We didn't want it. Why would you do a pregnancy test on my wife? Why would you do that? I don't understand that. Didn't have an answer. Never got any phone calls back. They refused to take the charge off. So I sued them in small claims court for $168. My court date arrives. The representative from the hospital is there and dressed in a very nice suit. And she presents me with a very thick legal document defending their case. It's got tons of case law in it, all this legal language for $168. Okay? I am not intimidated. And I say, that's great. We didn't order the test. We're not going to pay for it. And you're not going to rip us off by doing an unnecessary test. We're in court, and our time is almost ready. It's almost up. The judge is almost ready to hear our case, and she taps me on the shoulder. And she says, hey, can I talk to you outside for a second? I said, okay, no problem. She says, well, I think we should just take the charge off. I said, oh, really? Why the change of heart? Didn't have an answer. The reason why she had a change of heart was not because she was a good-natured person. It was simply because of the fact that she did not want a judgment going against the hospital, which was more than likely going to take place if the judge heard our case. Not only did I get the $168 off the bill, I also got the remaining balance off the bill as well. The balance was now zero. And that was my experience with healthcare in this country, how hospitals, they have unnecessary charges. And you multiply that by millions and millions of people, unnecessary tests, unnecessary charges, and then you understand why we need healthcare reform in this country. My name is Mark Dempsey, and I'm an author and journalist, and you're welcome to email me at markd112@yahoo.com. That's markd112@yahoo.com. Thanks so much for listening.